Hi guys, welcome to another episode from Happiness Per km. Today we're going to be talking to Sharma. Sharma is one of those people who started riding long after having bought a motorcycle for actually commuting, and now that he started touring long, we wanted to talk to him about his best tours that he has done right now. Sharma, what are the last tour that you did?
Okay, so after the COVID thing, lockdown, etc., so we went to Himachal.
Okay.
In October. So that is the last tour which we had done. So it was a tour somewhere around 1500 kilometers we have covered, and 4 to 5 spots in Himachal we have covered in that.
Very nice. Did you enjoy your trip over there?
Yes, very much.
The mountains,
Yes.
climbing up, right?
Yes.
Any issues that you faced, bro?
So as you said, climbing up, one thing flashback in my mind is so the day we started for reaching towards Koti. It was a 22 hours long riding because we had some work with Chandigarh, in Chandigarh, so we need to meet few of the community.
We met some of the community
Yes,
guys,
yes.
correct, I remember that.
So it was a long day, a 22 hours ride. So finally when we were about to reach our homestay, or I can say we were there, so we got to know that the homestay is somewhere we need to go up the hill, and then we'll have to park our motorcycles.
So guys, we went to a homestay which was at 7,500 feet. Amazing! One of those homestays, which we had seen pictures of, we were drooling over it, right on top of a hill. The only screw up was the long ride up almost a vertical hill. And that's where Sharma had his first problem during that trip.
Yes.
Sharma, why don't you take us through what actually happened?
Yeah, so it was 10 or 10:30 in the night. We were exhausted,
Yeah, I remember that.
So the time we reach at the base of the I can say that it was the base of
The base of the small hillock
homestay. Yes.
on top of which the homestay was.
Yes, we realized that it's a
Very
long
steep.
way to go, and it's very steep, and also there was gravel, slush, which we have to go through and take our bikes.
We had to navigate a
up.
lot
Yes.
of obstacles. It was like an obstacle course actually, climbing up that hill,
Correct.
but it was good fun.
For some of the guys, yes. For me, it was a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? We started climbing that peak. I was about to reach the parking. Because of the slush, the rear tire got stuck into 2 stones and a slush.
Yeah, I remember there was a lot of loose gravel and a lot of slush over there. I think your tire got stuck. I was there right behind you at that.
Correct. So at that time, because I was very exhausted, it was a long ride. Somehow I can say that the presence of mind was not there at that time.
Okay.
And instead of switch off the bike, and I can push the bike without engaging the gears, I should have pushed the bike, and then I can park it, or maybe then I can ride it and park it in the parking. Instead of that, what I have done is I was continuously throttling the motorcycle. The clutch was full on.
Full on.
Yes. And
You weren't half clutching it.
no, I was not half clutching it. The clutch was full on, and I was throttling it, and at that time within 4 to 5 seconds I realized that something has gone.
The clutch became free.
Yeah, so I got the smell, a burnout smell. Then when I pressed the clutch, it was very hard. So at that time I realized, the clutch plates has gone. Now I just got off the bike, I parked it then and there.
Wait a minute. Let's set the situation. You're talking 10:30 in the night. You're talking darkness at the top of a hill.
Yes,
You are not even close to the peak yet.
correct.
You had some distance to go. Your lights on your motorcycle are what are showing you what is ahead of you. And your clutch is completely free.
Free. Yes,
It's not engaging anymore.
correct.
Wow. Guys, have you got the situation? 10:30 in the night. And the guy has got a non-functional motorcycle on top of a hill. What are your options now, Sharma? What was going through your mind? What do you think you had to do?
So at that time, I just parked the bike. So my luggage was there on the bike. I was, very,
Dejected?
yes. So I was feeling very shattered at that time. I asked, Ashish sir that what has to be done next. So Ashish sir said, give the bike some time, and then maybe we'll see tomorrow morning.
All right.
Then we went into the homestay. The whole night I was, not able to sleep because my motorcycle was not fine. Then next morning I wake up somewhere around 8 or 8:30. Ashish sir asked me to take the bike keys and let's check what has happened. I started the bike and within no seconds we realized that okay, the bike is not moving before because we have engaged into the gears. Still the bike was not moving.
So let's take a situation update. It's now 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Broad daylight. You've gone, tested the motorcycle, and you're realizing the vehicle is exactly the same way that it was at 10:30 in the night.
Yes.
12 hours later, no changes.
Correct.
What are your options now?
So as I said that I was not able to sleep that night. So what I was doing, I was trying and searching what are the options available over here. Maybe I can go for a RSA. I have to call RSA.
Roadside assistance, okay.
And then maybe I thought of putting the motorcycle into the tempo, and maybe I will send it. I mean, at that time I thought that I will send it to Delhi and then I will get it fixed over there. So by 10:15 in the morning, when we realized that okay, the bike is not moving, at that time I called RSA. And now here I wanted to give a pat on the back to RE. I called them 10:15, and within 1 hour the RSA was there.
And this was an unknown place in and around Himachal, a place called Koti. Most probably the RSA had not ever gone there before, and yet they responded in 1 hour.
Correct. Yes.
Wow.
Now here comes the other part of the story where I started engaging RE guys. I started calling some of them. So one of the guys, Rohit in KT, I called him. I explained the situation to him. So he said, just give me some time. I'll try and connect with someone there, and then we'll decide that where to send the bike. So in the meantime,
yes, I remember this. Between 10 and 12, we were all debating who all to call, where all to ask for help.
Yes, correct.
I had called up a couple of people, Ashish had called up a couple of people, you had called up the RSA, and we were all saying who's going to respond fastest.
Yes.
Because the option for us was load the vehicle into a tempo, take a cab and go back to Delhi.
Correct.
Which means a kharcha of about close to 20 grand.
20 grand. Then, I got a call that we cannot send the bike to Shimla because Shimla, for the Shimla guys, it was a day off.
Yes, this was a Monday. So
Correct.
Monday, I think they were off, correct.
And so, those guys said that, can you please ask the RSA to send your bike to Solan? Okay, so, we put the bike on the RSA, the flatbed, and then the guy took it.
By the way, guys, so imagine the flatbed came all the way up to the peak, right?
Yes, correct.
It came all the way up to the peak, which means it climbed up that vertical incline that we had problems with. He came all the way there, loaded the motorcycle up at that incline, and then took it down.
Correct. Then, the guy dropped the motorcycle at Solan service station. Now, here comes another, part where I can, talk about is
the responsiveness of the service center.
Correct. The responsiveness of the service center was so beautiful. The part was not available in Solan service center. They tried getting it from Shimla. That was also not possible because that was a day off for them. Then they tried to contact Chandigarh, and they haven't got the lead from there. Then they tried to call Patiala. In Patiala, they got the part, but the point was that it will take another 1 day to reach the part to Solan. Meanwhile, because Ashish sir has called few of the guys who he knows in RE, as you also talked to the guy, that guy helped us in getting the part from Chandigarh, from other dealership, and they also transferred or maybe shipped the part to Solan the same day.
Okay, here's what happened behind the scenes. The part is unavailable in Solan. It was available in one other service center in Chandigarh. The problem was it would take a complete day for that material to come from Chandigarh to Solan. And we had told the service center guys that, listen, we have a friend coming over tomorrow early morning for a shoot. Why don't you hand over the part to him? And they actually agreed. They went actually one step better. When they realized that we needed to shoot this motorcycle the next day, they actually got a guy to ride down with that part that same evening.
Correct.
We didn't even need to use our guy actually. So responsive that it blew us actually.
Yes. So then, they got the part, and they said that, okay, sir, you can come tomorrow morning. So which was the next day. Come at around 11 or 12, your bike will be ready. So I went to the service center along with you also only. So we were there at 11:30, and the guy, the mechanic who was working on the motorcycle was fixing it. And then he said that, okay, only 1 hour it will take only 1 hour to fix the, to pack the head once again. So at that time he realized that he is not able to, adjust the clutch.
So guys, by the way, we had visited the service center when this vehicle was being fixed. The clutch plates were being replaced, and we had a chat with the authorized people at the service center while it was being done. Please take a look at the footage now, which is going to give you an inkling of what actually was the problem and how the service center actually managed to fix it for us. So we are with Vinay here from the service center at Solan. So Vinay, can you give us your expert comment on why you think this happened?
Actually, the bike not looking really half clutch. Jab half clutch use करते हैं acceleration, totally got a pressure on clutch plate.
Absolutely.
ऐसे करने के बाद clutch plate burn out रहता है. और उसी और the clutch plate got burn out. इसको avoid करने के लिए हमें जब भी ट्रैफिक में हमें अपना बाइक यूज करना है, clutch plate अपना gear shifting नहीं करते हैं. दोस्तों का लाइन क्या करना है तो gear shifting करते हैं. एडवांस में रखते हैं. अगर हम पीली एज में जा रहे हैं तो क्या ऊपर से केवल एडवांस में रखते हैं इसलिए चले जाएं तो एक राइट कर सकते हैं. तो जो हमारा क्लच है वो प्रॉपर्ली रिलीज होना चाहिए. हाफ क्लच हमें कभी यूज़ नहीं करना है. एक्सलेशन दे रहे हैं तो एक्सलेशन देने पर क्लच ड्यूटी पर देखिए आप एक्सलेट कीजिए, बट क्लच दबा के आप एक्सलेट कर रहे हैं तो फिर वाटर प्रेशर और क्लच प्लेट्स तो वो हमारे जो क्लच है वो बोल आउट होता है.
So basically the way to avoid it is leave your clutch as fast as possible, stay in the right gear, stay in the lower gear when you are going up, and release your clutch completely, so that your vehicle clutch plates are in uniform, what is it called, contact, uniform contact. So that's a good advice for people coming to the hilly areas. I think we should be, our viewers will be very interested to know about that, because there are a lot of people right now who are starting to tour again. So we want to make sure that they know how to ride in the hills also. One good thing, how do you suggest? I've heard this saying many times. जो गियर में आप ऊपर जाते हो वही गियर में आपको नीचे आना है. Is that true? It's not true.
जब आप ऊपर राइड कर रहे हो तो आपने तो लोअर गियर उसको लगा रखा होगा ऊपर चढ़ने के लिए, बिकॉज मेरा वो पावर टू अप गोज डाउन. जब आप नीचे की तरफ आ रहे हो इट्स टोटली डिपेंड अपॉन यू टू एक्सप्लोर न्यूट्रल और ऑन गियर. समटाइम्स जो राइडर्स होते हैं वो क्या करते हैं तो सब ब्रेकिंग स्पीड में वो गियर में ही उतर के आते हैं.
Correct.
क्योंकि उसमें क्या रहता है जो मोशन बना रहता है वो बाइक को पकड़ के रखता है, ब्रेकिंग थोड़ी सफिशिएंट रहती है. ठीक है, आपके ऊपर डिपेंड है कि आपने वो न्यूट्रल में आना है या फिर गोइंग गियर. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप फुल फर्स्ट गियर में गए तो आपको फर्स्ट गियर में वापस आना है, ऐसा नहीं है. इट्स टोटली डिपेंड अपॉन द राइडर वो कैसे उसको राइड कर रहे हैं.
Thanks a lot for talking to us, Vinay. Good man. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
So Shansh, you just saw how we got this entire thing fixed at the service center.
Correct. Yes.
Now, even after they fixed this up, we did find some more niggles, didn't we?
Yes.
What are the other problems that we faced?
So, the guy completed the task. He screwed the engine side case, and after 5 minutes, we realized that the oil is leaking from the
Engine side case.
Engine side case.
The gaskets were not sealed in properly.
Correct. So then he again, opened it up, and then he put the sealing once again, put the gasket, and then again he was trying to screw it again, but he was not able to adjust the clutch at that time. So at the first time, maybe it was by mistake or anyhow he was managed to set the clutch. But at the second time, he was not able to do that. Then these Solon service center guys, they called a specialist mechanic from Shimla. So the guy took around 1.5 hours to reach from Shimla to Solon. He, tried and set the clutch. He bolted the side case.
Behind the scenes, guys. So there is a product head for every region. For example, there is a guy who is the champion for the twins in every region. So when maximum training is given to these guys so that they can help out in case of any problem on the twins across, let's say, 5 to 6 service centers. So this was the expert who was called in from Shimla. So he came in from Shimla just to help fix this motorcycle up for Shreyansh. Continue, Shreyansh.
So we took the bike back. We rode it down to Kasoli from Solon. So meanwhile, I realized that the clutch is still not, set. It was not functioning properly. Some or the other issue was there. So then, we completed our tour, etc., etc. When we came back, at that time, I dropped the bike to Braun Motors in Gurgaon.
Braun Automobiles, yeah.
Braun Automobiles in Gurgaon. There, the problem was fixed in less than 5 minutes. The guy took only 5 minutes to set the clutch, and it was a great job done on the motorcycle.
So
as you
said
that every region has a product head who knows who is the specialist of this RE twins, and he was the guy who was there in Delhi NCR, who has a good knowledge about twins, and this is the only reason he took only 5 minutes to fix the problem, which was not been fixed within 5 hours.
So guys, this is a story of how Shreyansh's clutch plates failed and was put together and then was again re-put together. But what actually blew us was the kind of service that we received and the kind of love we received from Royal Enfield. The kind of work that they pulled off in remote corners of tier 1 and tier 2 cities is not only just amazing, it is stupendous. The kind of people that they have got who can put together something as complex as the twins today just needs to be enhanced at tier 1 and tier 2 towns. But again, I believe that's only a matter of time before the popularity of the motorcycles grows so much that it starts reaching tier 1 and tier 2 towns.
Yes.
What we really noticing over here is that the kind of attention that the twins, technicians on the twins get at tier 1 and metros is much higher, and the kind of training they get is much higher than the kind of training being given to people at tier 2 and tier 3 towns. Having said that, hats off to the RSA who responded within 1 hour.
Correct.
Hats off to the kind of customer service that RE had to provide to us, because they managed to get the part to us in 6 hours flat from a completely different zone. It came from another state into Solon, and it was replaced and given to us before 2:30 the next day.
Yes.
So imagine 12 o'clock today, it gets lifted by RSA. It takes almost 3 hours to reach. The work gets done on the motorcycle, and the next afternoon at 3 o'clock, less than 24 hours later, we have received the motorcycle back. If that's not phenomenal customer service for a motorcycle brand, I would really like to know what is. Anyway guys, if you really like the kind of work that we are doing and the kind of subjects that we pick up, or if there are subjects that you want us to take up on the twins or on any other motorcycle, we will be more than happy to oblige. If you like this video, please click the like button, share and subscribe to Happiness Per KM on YouTube, and of course press the bell icon, because then you'll be notified of all videos that are being brought out by us. Happy tripping, guys.
You better ride and enjoy it now. I'd rather ride to feel alive with you.
When I ride my motorcycle, I'm glad to be alive.